Hey YouTube, my name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. I want to get back to what we was talking about last night with the whole Jaguar situation. And we left off with Armon Wiggins talking about the whole situation with Storm and him being a mentor E. And I had to make a part two, which I knew it was going to be a part two because I wanted to talk about a couple of other people. Because after this, I'm going to get on Wiley's ass because, I feel like he's about to fall for the trap. So let's get where Martin left. Let's talk about where Martin left off at. Now, Toxic Diamond already exposed that people was buying. Martin exposed it, and Toxic Diamond exposed that people are buying subs out here. My thing is, why y'all just don't let y'all channels grow naturally? Oh, my bad. You didn't know where you was at? Oh, are you new here? My name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't know, we in the motherfucking dark room. Hey, we in the motherfucking dark room. Hey, we in the motherfucking dark room. Hey, we in the motherfucking dark room. Hey. Let's get right to the motherfucking shits. I'm still drinking what I was drinking because, I be sipping. I be sipping. I'm drinking Tito's and pineapple juice. Again. Right? So, yeah, so Toxic Diamond and Armon Wiggins already exposed that people are buying subs, which I understood exactly what Toxic Diamond was talking about. I understood exactly what both of them is talking about. And like I said, for those two to damn near be saying the same thing and they don't even like each other, that's a big thing right there in itself. For two people to be saying the same thing that don't like each other. It's crazy because Toxic is right. The way she said that Storm was at 100K and then he jumped to 144. And I was like, well, damn, how that happened in a week? That don't happen in a week at all. And people want to sit up there and say, oh, YouTube be playing with the numbers and playing with subscribers. No, y'all play with your own subscribers. So basically, if you helping Storm get fake subs and buy fake subs, Tasha K, then those 2,000 plus people that you lost for the Jaguar interviews, let me just say this. Those are the fake ones. That's why she's not caring. Tasha K, let me tell you something about Tasha K. Tasha K is in love with all this attention. In love with every last bit of it. She is in love. The more y'all talk about her, the more she wants to sit up there and say, well, I got them paid and they talking about me and X, Y, and Z and they making videos about me. I'm feeding them. No, you're not. You just doing stupid shit and then you want to go up there and act like you know. It baffles my mind because you ain't never feeding me. If I want to talk about you, I'm gonna talk about your names and all that punk. I ain't gonna be one of these people that sit up there and say, oh, the other lady. I ain't got time to be sitting up there calling her all these stupid ass names that Woody Whitpack. I ain't got time for that. Same way you jump in other people's lives and you can barely say another YouTuber's name in the chat because you're going to get blocked. And we're going to get into that in a minute too because Storm did that to Tasha K. And I understand where he's coming from. All that shit just went down. So if I go live and people are in the comments asking about Tasha K, I don't want to talk about her because I'm talking about what I'm doing over here. But when the subbies start asking stupid ass questions, it makes somebody feel some type of way because you're watching them. You are actually watching them to sit up there and ask them that question when you get on the phone with them or ask that question in the comments. Nobody wants to see none of that. And I feel where Storm is coming from. I'm not mad at Storm for blocking out Tasha K name in the chats at all. I'm not mad at all. So, without any further ado, let's get back to what Armon is talking about. And then I'm going to get in Wiley's ass. Yeah, he's next. He's fucking next.
Age frame, really wanting to say. So it was interesting banter to see two of those women that look the way that they look discuss amongst one another. Jag over here, strolling and rolling around and in and out of hotels and cars, and Tasha K with a half mohawk braids about to catch on fire. She's got the designs in her head. She got a fade, and then
He
she's
said her
got,
braids was about to catch on fire.
I don't know, a synthetic bush on top of her head. So anyway, so they
He
stood up
called
there
it
and they had a
synthetic.
conversation, right? But before we get to that, let's start as to, because we're going to get to that. I'm going to let y'all call in. A lot of people were frustrated,
He
right?
called it
So we're
synthetic.
going to get to why, she even did the interview and how the people got frustrated and why Tasha K is losing subscribers, hundreds of subscribers. Okay? We're going to talk about this. And the attempt for her to snub her mentee, to go viral, in hopes to get to that 1 million views. She used Jaguar Wright, but it backfired. Okay? She's losing subscribers. Let me write that down. Losing subscribers. Okay? And I'm going to talk to you. We're going to talk about all of that. So let's start from the beginning. Okay? Let's start at why this even happened. Okay? Well, Storm Monroe, the down low mentee. Okay?
I don't know why people keep coming for that manhood.
The uncertain closet freak.
Because Toxic Diamond came for his manhood too. It's crazy to me how everybody just keeps coming for this man's manhood. Y'all don't know him from a can of paint, but y'all just feel like he's gay. And because y'all feel like he throws off gay vibes, that he's just gay.
Line.
It's crazy.
And she did Jaguar Wright actually, they did an interview. Storm Monroe did an interview with Jaguar Wright. I like to say Jaguar Wright went on Storm Monroe's channel and went live. Okay? So, Jaguar went live and told her stories on Storm Monroe's channel. Okay? Now, Tasha K, in the beginning, did not want to interview Jaguar Wright. She didn't think Jaguar Wright was going to be anything of any substance. Quite frankly, I felt like she saw too much of herself in Jaguar, and she felt like Jaguar would be competition. However, it was a good look for Storm Monroe to interview Jaguar Wright because, remember, Jaguar Wright wanted to interview with the Armon Wiggins show. However, there were so many people going against me, so out of spite, interview with Storm Monroe, push him over this platform to 100K. He's the king of YouTube. It's this fantastic thing. Everybody is, aha, Armon. You didn't get to the 100K before Storm Monroe. Because he got the Jaguar Wright interview that was supposed to be for you.
That's true.
However, I don't think it was an interview. I think that was Jaguar Wright using his platform to go live. No shade. So.
And like you didn't want her why you ain't let her use you then?
But until it
you didn't want to get used.
Once I had gotten surpassed, then it started to be, well, wait a minute. This nigga got 1 million views. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. No, this soft-spoken down-low queen sissy did not get 1 million views. I know you lying. She did not get 1 million views. No, she did not have Jaguar Wright on her platform and get 1 million views. Yes, she did. Did she have Jaguar Wright on a second time? Got over 500,000 views. Then a third time, boom. Then she chopped up all the videos that got hundreds of thousands and millions of views from Jaguar going live on her page.
Storm Monroe smart.
She's like, well, wow. Are you kidding me? Because if you know your Tasha K, she gets very competitive, very underhanded, very undermining when it comes to these interviews. You'll notice every fallout she's had with someone has been over an interview. Neek at Night, the R. Kelly interview, Lovely T, the Star Marie interview, Daytime Tea Time, Wendy Williams interviews Kevin Hunter and Avion Foster, Armon Wiggins, Dr. Sabi. We know that Tasha K really likes to be the only one, the premier, and I'm going to show you some receipts here. She likes to be the premier one. And so when it's okay when you're doing good, but you cannot be doing better than her. And Storm Monroe gagged her. Tasha K did not realize that those videos were going to do what they did for his channel. He started getting more recognition, the views were flying, the subscribers were flying, and she had to put a halt to that.
Crazy thing
Okay?
is,
And I'm going to tell you, she watched Storm Monroe. And she knew Storm Monroe doesn't have it. It's no shade against her. He doesn't have the je ne sais quoi. She also understands that he was just on the platform going live. Jaguar was just going live, telling, theories, stories, some truths. But Jaguar.
now, I'm going to have to stop the video right there. Because for Armon to sit up there and say that Storm Monroe don't got it, Storm Monroe have something because he outdid you in the numbers. And instead of you humbling yourself, which is crazy to me, this is the thing that I don't understand with Armon Wiggins. Armon, you just had Tokyo Tony on your motherfucking show. Right after all of this, you had Tokyo Tony on your show. Why didn't you do the Jaguar interview? Because I'm not understanding what the fuck is the difference. What's the difference? Tokyo Tony, Jaguar Wright. Tokyo Tony tells you things about Whitney Houston, and we're going to discuss that in a whole nother video. But the thing is, why didn't you do the video? Why didn't you do the interview? Because like you said, it was snatched put underneath you because you was so stubborn. And it wasn't really snatched. You was being stubborn because he talked about that on one of his episodes, how Jaguar Wright wanted to interview him. But then he got back on his show and started clowning Jaguar Wright. Yeah. About the whole card declining thing. So there it is. But you should have still did that interview. Fuck Storm Monroe. Fuck getting to 100K. Fuck that. You should have still did that interview. If I was him, I would have still did that fucking Jaguar Wright interview. I would have had that shit before Storm had it because it was presented to him before Storm even went and asked her anything. I don't know who jumped in whose inbox, but either way, Amar was first in line to get the interview and he fucked up. Crazy.
To me, and it's no shade. She's one of those aunties that does have wisdom, right? She's been through a lot. And she's one of those aunties that will sit outside, back down south. You'll sit on the porch with her. She'll be in her rocking chair. She'll smoke her cigarette and drink her liquor and tell you all about the stories. And, whether they're truth or lies, they're just so good at entertaining and polarizing. Before you know it, you've been sitting there for 5 hours. And you feel like she done told you so much stuff. You're like, wow, she has a lot of life experience. That's Jaguar Wright. She knows how to talk with passion and she knows how to do the pauses and the dramatic holds and she talks like this old soul southern. She really knows how to reel you in with her delivery. You know what I mean? She should be like a public speaker or an actor because she's very good at the dramatization of the delivery. She takes you up, she takes you down, and she pauses, and she talks.
Let me say this. On Wiley's live, Tasha K said the same thing Armon just said. Oh, she should be a public speaker. Armon said that first. The same thing, the same way he just talked about Jaguar. Tasha K got on Wiley's show and talked about her and said the damn near the same exact thing. That just shows you Tasha K be in everybody's live. Because I believe she was in Armon Wiggins' live. But she knew not to say nothing. Because how? Even if you wasn't in it, you watched it. Because Tasha K is every fucking way. Everybody was talking about her. Tasha K likes that type of shit. She gets off on that. Because she thinks she's feeding y'all. Here, take this. I'm Tasha K. You ain't gonna outbeat me. You ain't better than me. I feed y'all. That's how she feel.
It's like a whole, and then she gets loud, and she brings it down. It's like a whole energy thing. So people were enthralled by that, entertained by that. It was a whole movement. Tasha K saw this. Storm Monroe is growing. Now it's no longer about me. Now it's like, shit, he's catching up to her. And then the shade began in true Tasha K form. The shade began. Oh, yes, the shade began. So Storm Monroe ends up getting an interview with Roseanne Barr, which a lot of people know why Roseanne is out of work. That's why we're so, aren't you? Why, girl, listen. Roseanne is out of work, but isn't it funny that even Miss Stormisha, or Storm, she loves people that don't like black people. Tommy Sotomayor, Roseanne Barr, and now Tasha K. But that's a conversation for another day.
Did he just say Tasha K don't like
Let's
black
get
people?
into this.
He said that.
So this is what she said.
That's what he said. That's what you heard him say, right? I know I'm not bugging.
Oh,
We here together
I'm so
in the
proud of
motherfucking
you,
dark
Storm.
room.
Look at him storming his way through this shack. 200,000 is around the corner. My boy is official. I'm officially retired from being his mentor. Sky's the limit, Storm. See you at the top. And be sure to always pay it forward to someone else. That's how you lead your blessings coming in, all right? I'm taking you off my boom. Congratulations, Storm Monroe. Now who should I take on? So, that whole post was shade, okay? That whole post was shade. First of all, I'm a grown man. You're not taking me off your bull. First of all, I don't even feel like Storm Monroe even knew that the mentorship was over. Because as we were all,
He ain't lying though, because that's why I'm laughing. Storm did not know that shit was coming. Like what? So, because I did the interview behind your back, bitch.
oh,
How you gonna take me off
he
your
was supposed
titty?
to be a co-host on the podcast. But ever since the roast happened around the world, when he was sitting on the podcast with him and T.S. Madison, and he messed around and asked T.S. Madison how big her was. Oh, you don't remember when he asked T.S. Madison how big she liked her? Oh, you guys are surprised? Yes. Go back and watch it. He asked T.S. Madison how big her was. We haven't seen Miss Thing on the podcast since. Yeah. So, but we thought that this was going to be a show. Now, I'm sure after this live, probably next week, they'll gear up to do a podcast to show that they're friends and lovers, this, that, and the third. But it's a bunch of BS. Don't buy into it. I mean, she's gonna do it, but he's not. But we're gonna get it. She's gonna paint this picture like they're cool, and he's gonna have to fall for it and go with it because he's under contract. He's written up to her Kiwi studio, so she's got him so wrapped up in paperwork. If the man was feeling some type of way, he couldn't say anything about it. But he's an idiot for doing it. But we're gonna get into that in a second. So here's the tea. So she shades him in the release. I don't even think that he realized that he was getting released until he went on social media and looked and saw that he was retired. She
Like the
probably didn't have a
world.
conversation with him. She didn't do anything. And to me, she did a horrible job mentoring him because what mentor doesn't teach you how to interview?
Tasha don't know how to interview.
Because obviously she felt like there was an angle because she took the interview. We're going to get to the interview in a second, okay? Follow me. This is the story. I'm trying to get you guys to understand how it was happening. She's been in competition with her own mentee. She falls out with everybody. This is what she did to me and everybody else. This is how it works. She's not loyal to anybody. The minute you start growing, the minute you start getting things on your own, the minute you start going viral, she comes in to swoop and try to discredit and undermine. But she messed up in this situation. I'm gonna be real with you, okay? So she shaded him. Let him go, cause she's like, okay, the nigga's growing too fast, doing too much. All right, I'm finna make him a chess move. You know, I'm taking him off my boo. First of all, you're a grown man. You're not taking me off of your boo. Stop playing with me. If you're mentoring me, don't play with me like that. Don't even try. Don't even play with me like that. But she knows who she can play with and who she can't. Okay. So it was interesting because then the girls were hitting me up. Storm Monroe's moderators. He's having his moderator shade Tasha K. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, this was allegedly. Hold on. Oh, we're gonna get to that too. Excuse me. That was some other tea. You got the name.
Fun fact. Last year, when she tried to get Seven over there or riled up, 7 Star. I don't know if 7 Star was underneath contract. I don't know if 7 Star. I don't know what happened with her and 7 Star, but I noticed that Tasha K backed off with 7 Star. 7 Star said something. I can't remember exactly what happened. I'm gonna have to go and revisit that. Maybe not, but I don't think 7 Star did exactly what Tasha K wanted. So Tasha K backed away from her. Now, here's the kicker. Tasha K always want to mentor people and then take the credit. Oh, I did that. Because by writing that shady ass post, she's been writing posts like that all year. So who's to say Storm ain't been feeling a certain type of way? Because to me, Storm is not like all the other YouTubers. I'm gonna say why until he shows me otherwise. He could have been got up there and dogged Tasha because Tasha K been throwing light shade at him. Ben, oh, I'm his mentor. Why you gotta let everybody know you his mentor? It's one thing for Storm to say Tasha's my mentor, but it's another thing for the mentor to keep saying I'm his mentor. Basically saying it's a fact that we would have never known who Storm was if Tasha K would have, because he was working with Tommy and we didn't know who he was. Then he got underneath Tasha K and Storm knew he was being used by Tasha K to lift him up, to shade him on. But see, when you get in the head, you don't give a fuck. Storm was getting to the bag. He didn't give a fuck. And who's to say he still cares? Who's to say he's not feeling a certain type of way about Tasha? Because like I said, Tasha been doing this to Storm. Taking credit for everything that he fucking do. Like shade in every fucking post on Instagram. She's been doing this. She's been doing this on her backup channel, The Wino Gang. Yeah, I just promoted that bitch. Yeah, because I'm not a shady bitch. I'm not the one to sit up there and act like I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to be the one to sit up there and back down from any motherfucking thing. So do me a favor and talk about me if you want. Feel fucking free. My name is Eve the Weed. Please like, share, and subscribe. But see, that never happens because you know why? They'll sit up there and say, oh, the little YouTubers is beneath us and they're beneath us. I don't know what it is when you get to almost that 100K. But I notice people start feeling themselves. When they in that 100K area, they start really feeling themselves. The heads start getting bigger. The hairlines get more pushed back because the head is getting bigger. All types of shit. But I'm going to let Armon finish talking. Because he got a big head too.
For that. So here's what was said in the chat. Oh, I guess they were, I don't know what this is, but I guess they were saying this was light shade towards Tasha K. Are you a bald head skittle diddle? Get your bald headed a some moo moo breeze. In the same chat, this was said. Oh no, not that one. Uh-oh. Did I not get it? Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, let me go get it. Let me go get that receipt, because y'all need that one. Hold on. I didn't pull the right one. Let me go grab that for you so y'all can get this in English. Okay? Let me pull this for you so we can get it in English. Let me get this for you right now. Give me 1 second. If you haven't done so, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm going to wrap this all up for you girls in a second. Okay? Here we go. Shout out to the official campaign for the receipts on that. So here in the chat, it says, please don't advertise in the chat. No politics. Don't mention other YouTubers. Tasha K included. Okay? So now, She's released him. Mind you, Storm Monroe doesn't like or comment on any of that stuff. Mind you, he's like a fly to itch to poop when it comes to Tasha K's comments. When she's shading other YouTubers, when she's bigging him up, when she's sharing his stuff, he's on it like flies to poop, white on rice, maggots to faggots. Ooh. Okay? He's on it. Like the decline letter on Jaguar's account. Quickly. All right? But yet, there was not a word. There was no comment. There was nothing. And so, well, people were like, well, why can't he say Tasha K? Why can't you say Tasha K's name? Well, the official Kingpin and Sean Davey Way and other people were doing videos and talking about the shade. And Tasha K tries to jump in front of it like she's not shading him. Like it's not shade, like they love each other, everything is great. And then Storm Monroe's moderator goes out and starts speaking out. And let's hear what she had to say. Let's see what she...
Hulu has live sports.
Crazy, yo.
Really?
But the whole thing, it baffles my brain. This a lot of it just baffles my brain. Like it really, really baffles my brain. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But it is what it is on that note. Because my thing is, it's just kind of stupid. It really is stupid. First of all, Storm did exactly what he was supposed to do and not say nothing. I would have never said nothing either. She was still mentoring him. Why would I say anything? Why?
Of his topics, basically. It takes from the presentation. So we just been asking him not to, and they'll keep asking him when he's asking questions, do they have any questions? And they're like, oh, Tasha this, Tasha that. And you know, you could tell he kind of gets frustrated. So we asked him not to put YouTubers in the chat, and that includes his mentor.
Oh, okay.
So Armon Wiggins just played a voice note of one of Storm's moderators saying why they didn't want Tasha K's name in the chat no more. Because it does get to the person. Like, first of all, he's reading all of that and he's trying to do a show. That kind of throws you off and distracts you. So I can understand why he don't want no YouTuber names in his live. I can understand that. I understand it. But who did she call? This is it. This is the mystery. How did Armon get that recording of Storm's moderator? How did you get that drop on her? How did you get to record that? Who gave you that recording? Because somebody had to be on the phone with her, or she called in on somebody else's chat and they recorded it. And to me, I don't know, but that don't sound like a regular chat call. Like when somebody calls into somebody's live. It don't sound like that to me. That sound like a conversation, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm putting 20 on 10. Maybe it is. So she did call in and somebody said something because, like I said, whose live was it? Now, I'm not gonna assume where Armon got that from. I'm just gonna tell you, he was on live with Stevie before all of this, and that's a whole nother YouTuber. Okay, he was on live with him, and he was asking him about doing this very live that Armon is doing right now. But I just want to know where that recording came from. But anyway,
bigs herself up on not angling. And, you know, she even tried to throw shade at not Lovely T, Daytime and mine's relationship. She said that Daytime Tea Time always angles my content. She pulls from my energy. And in a sense to be shady. In a sense to say that it's wrong. Daytime should not be angling my content, is what she's saying. But, ironically, Tasha K did the same thing to Storm. But we're going to talk about this, because I don't feel bad for Storm Monroe, because this is what happens when you sell your soul and you don't work for it yourself. But I just want to show y'all what's going on, because we're building all the way up to the Jaguar Wright. into the lost followers of Tasha K. So let's get into some things, because I have the receipts for that. Okay, so Tasha K went on to Larry Reed's Live. And I want you guys to listen to this.
You know me, I don't chase.
So when she was asked about Candace and our relationship, and she threw shade at Candace from Daytime Tea Time, and I want you to really listen closely. Okay? Listen.
Between her and I, like, you know me, I don't chase. I don't follow behind stories that everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I noticed that.
No.
And for Larry Reed, let me just say this. Let me pause this real quick.
That is.
Larry Reed kissing ass. I don't really know him like that. Really never watched his show. But for you to sit up there and say, "Oh, I noticed that you don't follow behind everybody else's stories," that's a motherfucking lie. Because she went and did the Dr. Segway thing because Armon was supposed to have it. She went and did the Storm Marie thing because a bunch of other YouTubers were supposed to have it. So don't sit up there and say that you don't chase after people's stories when you do. The whole R. Kelly thing, Nick at Night. So how you gonna say? How Larry Reed gonna sit up there and say, "Well, I noticed that"? What the fuck do you notice?
What I do, and so I would notice, like, any story that I broke up. Of course, I would talk to her about it.
Right.
But of course, she would find an angle, and I'm like, listen, this is lovely. This is me and Lovely T all over again. This is not going to work out. And so I noticed the same thing is happening between them, where he'll do an hour and a half video, and it's entertaining, and then she'll do it in 10 minutes. That's like,
I did see that.
you see what I'm saying? Because she's drawing from his
him.
energy,
I
and she
did.
drew from my energy.
She said that she was angling, Daytime was angling me, and she was drawing from my energy. So listen to what Tasha K said when it was brought up about her stealing the interview from Storm Monroe.
Who's better to get that angle? And I got it. I got it.
Wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute. I don't think that I think that
Tasha K
No.
did say that she had a different angle from Storm's and damn near put it out there that her angle and the way that she interviewed Jaguar was gonna be better. And this is after she did the interview with Jaguar, because she still has the same clothes on. Like I said, that interview was recorded so Tasha K can fucking cut it up the way she wanted to and present it to the people the way she wanted to. Because better believe, if you look at that video closely, it's chopped and screwed. Then Tasha K sat up there and said, "Well, I took out the part where she was crying." Tried to make it seem like she was crying over her. Damn near. When she wasn't. At all. She loves her husband. Those tears wasn't for Tasha.
No. Let me send it over. I didn't send the right one. No, let me send the right one. I really want y'all to get this in English.
He act like he had Spanish on the show or something.
I want y'all to get this in English. We're gonna get this in English. Hold
He
on.
kept saying we gonna get
I
this
want
in
y'all to hear
English.
how she started. Listen to this.
And celebrity gossip is different. That's not shaded as you put it. It's not. I wouldn't. First of all, you guys know I don't chase behind other people's stories. But in this particular situation, there was an angle.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What did she say? Hold on, Larry. Let's.
Her and I, like, you know me. I don't chase. I don't follow behind stories that everybody else is doing. No, I don't. So I break stories. That is what I do. And so.
No, you make up stories, Tasha. That's what you do. She said she breaks stories. That's what she said. I break stories. That's what I do. No, sweetie, you add and put 20 on 10 when it comes to stories. You don't break stories. You fabricate stories. It's a difference. You throw it up there, that is an exclusive. And then when people debunk you and they realize that the story is a fucking fraud, then you go on your backup channel and say, yeah, because I just did it for entertainment. And basically throw out there that you knew that the story was fake. Just like he did with the Star Marie story. She took that story from people because she knew it was a hot topic. And she knew that that girl was lying. But she just didn't give a fuck. And she threw it out there. And then when everybody debunked it, because Lovely T debunked the whole shit, now it's, oh, I was just doing it for entertainment. Because that's the way she give it up. When she get caught doing something, it's like a kid in a cookie jar. Oh no, Mom, I didn't steal that cookie from the cookie jar. Like, but you're the only one in here. What you mean you ain't steal a cookie from the cookie jar? And that's how Tasha K is. When she gets caught up with doing something she's not supposed to be doing, she'll sit up there and say, oh, I just did that for entertainment because, no, ma'am. You did it because you got caught. And you thought you did it for clicks and views. See, what y'all don't realize is Tasha likes clicks and views. That's the problem with Tasha. She does everything for clicks and views. She don't care if it's a lie. She already told y'all that. She don't care how deep she got to go to undermine her mentoree, her friend, other people. She don't care. She going to get what she want when she want it, and that's just how it is. So Tasha K is nobody's friend, Wiley. And I'm going to get to you in a minute. Because I feel like sometimes you can be the corniest person on the fucking planet. And you're about to be blindsided with that whole help thing. That she want to help you. She want to help you with no strings attached, Wiley. Yeah, she said it in front of the world. But let me just tell you this. Now that she's not mentoring Storm, she gonna make it seem like she's doing Wiley a fucking favor. She gonna make it seem like she's doing Wiley a favor. Because why would you go up there on his show while he's doing a review of your fucking interview and tell the world, whoever was in Wiley's chat that night, and say, I'll help you with no strings attached. Wiley, the string was already attached. She's on your show. She could have hit you up behind the scenes and said she was going to help you. Why did everybody have to know that she offered to help you? It did not make no sense. She set you up. Because now, I'm going to go back to Wiley. I'm on Wiley right now. I'm going to get back to him on in a minute. Because my thing is with Wiley, she always gets in his fucking comments. And all of a sudden, she want to be on the screen. Oh, send me the link, send me the link, send me the link. So when he sends her the link, and people are still getting in her ass, Wiley wants to cut them off and be rude. He don't want to let them speak. People, comments was being deleted left and right. But I don't get it. But I'm going to get back on you in a minute, Wiley. In a fucking minute.
You guys know I don't chase behind other people's stories. But in this particular situation, there was an angle. As a journalist, like, who's better to get that angle?
Oh,
And I got it.
oh,
I got it.
yes, you did. You got it. And you see the conviction in that?
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
She definitely on that backup channel. And let me just say this. Tasha K is smart. Because she never used to really go live from that backup channel like that. I think she used to just use that live to spy on people. Use that channel to spy on people. But then she realized she needed to build that channel up. So she started going live from that channel and talking about people. So people can come over there and look at what the fuck she's talking about. And she starts talking shit on her backup channel because she says she don't want that stuff on her main channel. No, bitch, you are using the people to build up that backup channel. Call it for what it is. Because if you shading somebody over there, everybody's going to go run over there and be nosy and see exactly what the fuck you talking about because I'm one of them. Because I want to see exactly what the fuck she got to say out her mouth. And I was in that live that Armon is playing. And it was so much, she was boosting up herself and tearing Storm down in the same breath. But this is the same person you mentored. And why you gotta keep fucking saying that you mentored him? I don't get that. It's like she's taking credit for everything that Storm did. That's the type of person, Wiley, you don't want to be underneath. But I'll get back to you later. Crazy. You can be up underneath for that.
Off that. And then it was like, well, wait a minute, it's going too far. But she knew that Storm Monroe don't know how to interview. But she watched the views go up to 1,000 views. I mean, 1 million views. And she sat back. Storm Monroe did about 3 interviews with Jaguar Wright. Now this, I'm going to tell you why she's a terrible mentor. If my mentee, after the first interview, she could have called and said, hey, bro. You try to come in and get to know Jaguar. Interview her, like really show your interview skills, because to be honest with you, she just kind of took over your platform and went live. But hey, we won't say that publicly. I'm still Team You, so you still the king. But we know, between you and I, we know she just really went live. You didn't really do much. But this time, as your mentor to mentee, let's try to do an actual interview. And be true to yourself. Now, you might stumble, you might not. The people.
I want people to stop trying to inbox me while I'm making this live.
Love Jaguar. So even if you come across a little condescending, you're going to have to learn that to step your interview chops up. She didn't do that. Instead, what she did, she sat back, let him get the views, watched Jaguar go live and use Storm's channel, and she was sitting back like, damn, this nigga not even really interviewing. He not even a real interview. So I'm going to take the interview. But then, now this is where it gets twisted. She took the interview in an attempt, because this is where the jealousy comes out, in an attempt to debunk and make Jaguar Wright look a damn fool. Why would she do that? Well, I feel like she was, and I talked to somebody earlier today, but she was testing out to see if her audience would just blindly follow her like they usually do. Anything she says, they just blindly follow. And so she was going to attempt to make Storm look like a fool, like she does everybody else when it comes to interviews that she's feeling like competitive with. In that same live, I didn't screen record it because I didn't feel like it was necessary, but in that same live, she was talking about how this is the real interview. She's a real interviewer. She was interviewing Jaguar for her. Right? So, I'm saying that to say she's a terrible mentor. Because it's all about her. And I think where she messed up and forgot, she was not surprised. She was shocked at how many people actually had Storm's back. But I'm going to tell you why. You forced Storm on the people. You forced him on people. They've been telling you, he's trash. He's gay. He doesn't even know black people. He's not entertaining. She pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. So then, they end up liking him because they like her. However, the nigga ends up going viral. Tasha K's been trying to go viral. Tasha K has not been viral since R. Kelly. Tasha K had a girl from...
Oh, God. He ain't never lied. Tasha K ain't went viral since Star Marie. Okay? That's the last time Tasha K went viral. That Star Marie shit with the whole Cardi B shit. That's when Tasha K goes viral. She tries to create these viral moments. But you don't need to create viral moments. Just keep it all the way a stack, and then you will go there naturally. But can't tell that to Tasha K. Can't tell that to her. Because she going to create a viral moment every goddamn time, and it's sad.
Has been reaching for straws and stretching.
I don't know what's going on with this internet, but it's really getting on my nerve.
for anything to stick, and nothing is sticking. Everything is declining like Jaguar.
You gonna always say that shit.
Right, debit card in the McDonald's line on a Sunday morning. Beep, beep. Not going through. It's not going through. Do you have another card, ma'am? Not going through. Another card, ma'am? Not going through. Another card, ma'am? Another card, ma'am?
That shit was funny when he did that. I ain't gonna even lie. That was funny. You gotta give it to him. That shit was funny. That was funny. That was some funny shit. But Armon is right. Because the way Tasha operates, when she sees that you might take off and get a little traction, she don't like it. She don't like it. I'm gonna take you all the way back, and I'm gonna take you all the way back real quick. If y'all don't remember the TKO, I suggest that you go and look at my video about the TKO. I suggest you go and look at my video about the slumber party, because Tasha, people been was on the Tasha's bullshit for like 2-3 years now. And Storm wasn't there for all of it, but now he sees exactly what people are talking about. Because there's no way in the world that you can sit on your platform and don't see exactly what's happening. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way. You cannot sit on your platform, Storm, and realize that this lady is shading the shit out of you. Then after she finished doing the interview, oh, me and Storm are cool. We're going to do something together. Why y'all got to do something together? Because y'all cool. If everything is so cool, why are you trying to prove to us that everything is cool? We would just see it naturally. But see, Storm already put out there that he don't want your name in the chat. So now you got to go on your backup channel, Tasha, and say how cool you and Storm is. Remind you, Tasha Jadis did a live with 2 other girls. I thought, and it was podcast style. Storm is not part of the podcast. Him ain't been part of a podcast since T.S. Madison. When they used him to shade Nick at Night. There's a lot of using going on around YouTube. Get into it. Get into it. Because she damn sure used Storm Monroe to shade Nick at Night. And the crazy shit is that shit worked. He fell right into the trap. Right into it.
Okay? But I'm going to tell you why I think it didn't work.
Tell us.
I think it didn't work because Tasha K was not being true to herself. Okay? She's not being true to herself, and her audience was not ready for that kind of Tasha K. Tasha K typically always goes with the thoughts and the views of the interviewee. She never seems to go against the interviewer or kind of comes in a way of, I don't believe you, or girl, prove it. That's more my style. Actually, she always used to shade me for that and said that I won't get guests because, I kind of challenged the interviewer. However, in an effort to angle her mentee and to kind of make Jaguar Wright look a fool, because she does feel like Jaguar Wright was like a blogger, and Tasha K cannot take any competition or any black woman, any woman with a loud mouth and a voice that can garner views that has influence. She can't take that. She feels threatened by that. That's why she said, oh, Jaguar, you should be. She looked at Jaguar like a blogger. So she attempted to get Jaguar on there and make her look stupid. Now, you guys know how I feel about Jaguar. I think Jaguar is trash. I think Jaguar will lie. I think Jaguar does live in Lululand. I've never not said that. Some stuff is true, but I think some stuff is just for the runaround, the rigmarole. But in this situation, I feel like the viewers disconnected with Tasha because Tasha K always uses the black woman. They don't like me because I'm a loud, strong, bald-headed, short-haired, dark-skinned black woman. Well, she loves to play that black woman undertone, black woman oppressed undertone, especially when it comes to other media platforms, gay men, anybody else. I'm a black woman. Y'all don't like me because I'm a black woman? Because I got short hair and I'm dark skinned and I got a loud mouth? What's this? The black woman that you're talking about, that your platform is for, that you're doing it for, sis, you're Jaguar Wright. Be protecting that black woman. Aren't you supposed to be doing it for that black woman? And so for you to get her on your platform and demean her and then call her mentally ill in the same sentence of you talking about her now gone son, that was disgusting and unacceptable. And quite frankly, Tasha K, you're a fraud. So you need to stop using the black woman. Because you don't care about the black woman. Because when you had a black woman up there telling you her story, that was the time for you to empathize. But because of your thirst to go viral, your jealousy and your envy of other people making moves in your own mentee, you dropped the ball. And the people saw through you. That's what happened.
He ain't lied. He ain't told not one lie. Not one. And now that we heard some truths from Armon Wiggins, shout out to Armon Wiggins, go over there and look at the whole interview, the whole live that he did about the Tasha K interview. And we heard from Toxic Diamond in part 1 of this video that I'm doing. It is a part 1. And now I want y'all to hear part of Wiley's show, and this is why I feel like Wiley is gonna fall for the okie doke. He definitely.
I love your show.
Yeah, I love you.
Yes, I was calling because I didn't like how Tasha K tried to discredit Jaguar. Like, she was trying to paint the picture that she's crazy, and I did not like that. And then she was bringing up her past, and I just didn't like how Tasha K tried to do that.
Well, my thing is this: why can't she? The lady said she had multiple disorders, and the lady brought it up. So I think Tasha have a right to ask her that question. She brought it up. She was saying not only did she got gang raped, but multiple times she was raped. So she was saying a lot. It was a heavy. I would have loved for a therapist to even be on the line. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she definitely, I hope that she's in therapy or, that she's getting the help that she needs, because clearly you can see that she's still hurting. I can still sense that from her, from Jaguar.
Yes, I could too. I think Tasha was trying to play therapist.
Right, and she was trying to get another side from Jaguar, but Jaguar.
Now, while Wiley is conducting his live, Tasha K is in his chat. Like she always is. She's a fucking stalker of some sorts. She stalks people's lives and she know when to pop in there real quick. She used to do that to Nick at Night too. Before she, made Storm do what he did to Nick at Night with the whole sock thing and all that.
She started snapping. And then
right.
She said, what if I would have listened to people about you and saying that you're crazy and that you shouldn't be interviewing people saying about them, but I didn't believe what they said about you. It was like, Jaguar was like, I was like, oh my gosh. But I'm here for it.
Exactly. Right, I am, but I wish you would have interviewed Jag. It would have been much better.
Yes.
You're a great interview, Wiley.
Well, thank you. Thank you for calling in.
He was fine with that caller.
All right.
He was fine at that caller.
Right, definitely could go off for you, but I would have bet up like, listen, ma'am, Anonymous, you live on the air.
Oh yes, hi Wiley. Shout out to the chat.
Hi.
I'm about to go in.
This
Okay.
is where it gets
Okay.
interesting.
Go
With
ahead.
all due respect to your platform,
This is where it gets
Tasha
interesting.
K is 110% trash.
That's a fact. That's why I paused right there. See, the internet be knowing what it's doing sometimes. Now, the whole time, He never was putting
for
highlighting nobody's
everything in
comment.
regards to this interview. From the moment that the disturbing question she was asking a victim
He's gonna start highlighting Tasha K's comments to let everybody know that
of
Tasha K's
sexual
in the
abuse,
chat.
and then how she took that and flipped it on her, Jaguar. What else? The whole setup, in my personal opinion, and which is blatantly obvious, was to discredit Jaguar's character and everything in regards to her. So because of some she had the agenda to discredit Jack.
Now, so like I said, Tasha K is in the chat. He wasn't highlighting nobody's comments. He's only highlighting Tasha K's comments. Why? First comment she put up there. She says, at the very end, she started crying. I cut that part out. I will save that for the Patreon tomorrow night. Why? Why are you saving it for the Patreon? The Patreon over there when you dropping the fake receipts and shit. So you can spin it and make it look like she was crying over you. Why is Wiley highlighting Tasha K's comments like you can't see her comments in the comment section? Why you gotta put it up on the screen? And you leave it up there for a while because you sucking ass and shit. Because now you're leaving it up there for now. You leave it up there for 2-3 minutes at a time. People in the chat is like, why you only highlighting her comments? It's crazy. Wishy-washy. Washy-wishy.
Jaguar as an attack upon Storm, in my personal opinion. Okay?
But my thing is,
there's something going on. There's something going on with her and Storm. I'm sorry, Tasha K has a poor character. There's not anything she's willing to do. She's not above anything petty. She has no morals, and this interview proved it. Okay, her attacking Jaguar was just a way of discrediting Jaguar.
When you said attacking,
what
was the attack?
What?
I'm confused. What was the attack?
The whole thing was an attack. She was phony from the beginning. Okay, and then you can talk about sexual abuse or any sort of abuse. She was deliberately trying to trigger Jaguar, and the questions, why does she need to get into vivid detail in regards to being raped or molested? Why ask those type of questions to it? Why be so insensitive? And then turn around and use what she said to try to turn around and use it against her in regards to what she has already said in Storm Monroe's interviews. It's all about this.
The caller is right. Now, he took down Tasha's first comment. Now she says to the lady, because now Tasha's mad that the lady is speaking truth on the phone. So now Tasha K is in the comments and says, I appreciate the view though, and put a laughing crying emoji. Taunting the caller. Because you know the caller sees her comment. And the caller is right. Tasha K tried to pull a two-for on every fucking body. She wanted to make Storm look stupid and Jaguar. First of all, Tasha K has came off of another interview that went totally left. Okay? And now she went and did the Jaguar interview, and this one went totally left. So now she's in Wiley's comments, as she is always. And she just going in, and he just keep highlighting her comment. He's not highlighting nobody else's comments. He only highlighting Tasha's. That's what happens when you're kissing ass, though.
The point was to discredit Jaguar to make Storm look bad, and because he was the one that basically put her on the map, type of thing, in terms of the interview. We all appreciate what Storm did. Tasha K is trash. Go ahead. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think that Tasha K is trash at all, because Jaguar Wright is a very complex person. So she's
not complex at all. She just has a very high IQ, and she's misunderstood.
Right, but you could say that. But if you're having allegations, even with the Rihanna and Chris Brown, she had a whole take on Chris Brown, and Tasha K said, "Listen, Chris Brown beat Rihanna." So, but how would you know how him getting locked up?
Excuse me.
First of all, let's get into the whole Rihanna Chris Brown shit. Tasha K didn't understand nothing that lady was saying. She's telling you she was at the fucking Clyde Davis party. She's telling you, she's trying to open up your fucking mind. Why would they leave? And why was he so upset? And why this and why that? She was questioning Tasha. She was questioning Tasha, like Armon said, like a blogger would have questioned somebody else they was interviewing. Tasha K sat back and didn't know what the fuck that lady was saying. Now, the allegations about the Chris Brown thing, the whole shit the Jaguar was saying, I understood that because I'm here in New York. When that shit came out, they had said that Rihanna got beat up by a girl. They said that she got beat up by somebody else. Then the next thing you know, Chris Brown was arrested for it. They turned the whole story around on the news. It was a whole nother story. So basically, what Jaguar was trying to do was open up Tasha K's mind. And Tasha K knew that because then, after the Jaguar interview dropped, you went and did your live on your backup channel and said you don't believe in conspiracy theories and you don't believe in Illuminati. Why you don't believe in Illuminati now, sis? Because any other video that you watch of Tasha, she picks and say, I'm not a part of the Illuminati, and she jokes with it a little bit. So why, when Jaguar throws out a theory about the whole Clyde Davis situation, Rihanna situation, you try to act like it ain't no truth to it, though. As a blogger, you should have known that, though. But you didn't. You didn't. Because you don't follow facts, Tasha. So for you to say that you're not a conspiracy theorist, I don't know. Oh, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Oh, I don't believe in this, and I don't believe in that, and I don't believe this, and I don't do that, and... Girl, bye. Jaguar was trying to open up people's minds to different things to think about in that whole Chris Brown, Whitney Houston situation. And she's right. Clyde Davis is linked to all those people. A lot of dead people. Let's just be clear. He is. And she was trying to open up your mind to it. But Tasha K sat there and act like she was slow. Well, whatever do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. So what are you saying, that Clyde Davis killed somebody, Jaguar? She was acting like she was dumb and didn't know nothing. But hey, maybe it wasn't an act, because you know she...
I sat there and I watched how Tasha K played that. Because we're not, Jaguar Wright, presented something different in regards to that situation, okay? And now all of a sudden, Tasha K, the same one that brought forth a girl to present false information on Cardi B and secretly recorded Wendy Williams' husband and then played that for the world to hear. Now all of a sudden she has some sort of morals in regards to what Jaguar is saying. At least we can say that Jaguar Wright is definitely in the industry, and of course the industry within itself talks. It doesn't matter whether or not she has a hit album. All of those people know each other and they know each other's business. Jaguar Wright presented something different. She's not saying, she wasn't speaking on a domestic violence aspect of it. She's giving you a different aspect. Do you understand that, Wiley? Tasha K is trash.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I hear you. You
ahead.
have just how you feel about Tasha K.
He stuttered.
But thank you. I'm going to go to
because
the next
Tasha K is in
caller.
chat,
Thank
so he stuttered.
Tasha K, excuse me, can I say something else, Wiley?
Hold on 1 second. Let me get these other callers on, because you have said your point. Okay. All right. Next caller. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
I just want to second what that last caller just stated. I agree with her 100%. Tasha K is trash. This interview was trash. That is an interview that Storm Monroe should have done. First and foremost, Tasha K did not ask tough questions. She asked intrusive questions. She never asked her about her music.
Never.
Everything she said, she kept interrupting her and cutting her off, trying to speak to her husband, being very condescending. She missed the whole Clive Davis, Rihanna, Chris Brown point that Jaguar was trying to make. Instead of allowing her to speak,
so that she can paint the picture of the industry that she has been in, that she has been a part of, because we don't know. We only hear stories about the industry. But she was speaking to someone that has actually been a part of the industry, that has actually seen things in the industry, and instead of allowing her to speak, she kept speaking over her and kept challenging everything that she was saying.
But that's the
like
job of
Jaguar
the interviewer.
The point about, okay, that is, but here's the thing, right? When you're interviewing somebody, you ask them a question and you give them an opportunity to speak. Tasha K kept interrupting her and was not allowing her to fully get her point across.
She's right. Tasha K kept over talking Jaguar because she didn't want to hear that. And when Jaguar wasn't speaking the way that she wanted her to speak, she'd jump to another subject. Oh, let's talk about Mary. Oh, let's talk about this one.
What the person is saying, then now you can pivot back on what they were saying and give a response. Like when she was trying to give you a whole analogy saying, okay, well look, all of these hours went by, Rihanna never reported it, her publicist reported it. Why did they wait for Chris Brown to walk down the red carpet to have the police arrest him? All of that stuff, when you listen to certain things that she was saying, it kind of makes sense, and it goes into play with a lot of the stuff that's going on in the industry, because Rihanna's career skyrocketed after that. Then we get into this whole Tory and Meg. It's just a lot of similarities of some of the things.
But Chris Brown beat her, though. But Chris Brown did beat Rihanna.
Okay, but here's the thing. We're not going to act like women do not hit men, okay? So what she was saying is that, yes, we know we saw bruises on Rihanna. However, we do not know what happened prior to that, or what led up to that, or what Rihanna did, because Chris Brown never said anything about Rihanna. He took it for whatever it was, and that's what it was. But she asked you what happened at Clive Davis' party. She was trying to, give a whole bunch of different.
Now, while this young lady is talking, Tasha K puts up another post. Now, he's leaving all her posts up there on the screen until she makes another post in the comment, and then he'll put that post on the screen. So now she says, this is a great show. She's laughing. She's laughing, mocking the people that are calling in to your show, Wiley. She is laughing at your viewers, Wiley. That's what she's doing. She's being disrespectful and condescending and trying to be funny in the fucking chat, taunting people. But yet you trying to cut people off. Because that other lady, the other caller was about to go in. That's why she said, can I say something else? Wiley knew that lady was about to go in on Tasha K. So he cut her off. Oh, because you had a wow, so let me get to another caller. That was his excuse for that caller. Wiley, you're about to fall for the okie doke. I can see it, and nobody can save you.
For us to kind of like think a little bit more, and we can see different things that kind of play out in the industry. And she gave some examples of people that have either died from overdose, that have been killed, that have been accused of rape, that has been accused of physically abusing. She gave different scenarios. She said, why don't you think this happened to these people? Anytime a black person is trying to take over, anything, or trying to own something, why don't you think something happened to them, or something happens with their career, some type of scandal that happens? Yep. Those are things that we're listening for. We're trying to figure out, okay, well, she kind of making a little sense. Let's hear her out. But Tasha K was not allowing her to say anything. And then when Jag said she's on the move because of threats, Tasha K kept asking her where she's at, even though she already knew she was in Texas. Why do you keep asking her where she at, like you want to know her exact location?
Right.
And it's kind of odd, because she just dealt with this whole Brandy situation from Bad Girls Club, where this woman attempted suicide. So if you know you have a woman that you're interviewing that already said that she's dealt with mental trauma, she's dealt with sexual trauma, she's dealt with all these different types of things, and she's telling you that there's people that's trying to come after her, why are you antagonizing her? And why are you trying to figure out her exact location? A lot of stuff about this interview was so odd, and it seemed like Tasha already had an agenda when she was interviewing Jag. So a lot of the stuff didn't even make sense. So I don't agree with it. The interview was trash. I was looking in the comments. A lot of people said that they was going to unsubscribe from her. It was just trash. And you don't play on somebody's sexual trauma. If she keeps doubling that.
Let's be clear. She shared. I want to be clear. Jaguar Wright shared these things and stayed on that interview for 2 hours. She could have left multiple times, but she stayed on there for 2 hours.
She could have, but but here's the thing, right? Jaguar Wright was trying to get out her story. She was kind enough to give her that interview. She did not have to. She was trying to be patient. She handled herself very well with someone that was being condescending and being intrusive. And if you look at Tasha's demeanor, it seems like Tasha was...
Now, again, Tasha K has commented, and he has he's looking for her comments to highlight them. If you go to his interview, if you go to Wiley's show and watch what I'm watching, he's looking through the comments for Tasha K's comments, but he can highlight them. This is the next comment. I always have an agenda when I interview. So she is admitting that she had an agenda. She admitted that she basically wanted to know where the fuck she was at. And then you had the nerve to say that you was friends with Swiss Beats mother. What? Oh. So you know the Jaguar said some shit about Alicia Keys. And you the one that said Alicia Keys was in your inbox, Tasha. And then you going to trigger Jaguar by saying, well, let's talk about Alicia Keys real quick. Why? You never talk about this girl's music. You never asked her how she started. And the crazy thing is, she gave Tasha K that angle. And Tasha K still spent off. Oh yeah, I entered the music industry at a young age. At this age. And instead of Tasha taking that route and going that way, she made it seem like she was interviewing Jaguar for who Jaguar was. But you flipped it and started name dropping. And that's where the interview turned left, because you just said you wasn't going to talk about the aspect of her and the people that she spoke on. You said you wasn't going to talk about that. You said you had another angle. But and yet, you throw out there, oh, let's talk about Mary. Oh, let's talk about Summer Walker. Oh, let's talk about this one. Oh, let's talk about that one. Why did you not finish talking about Jaguar? If this was about a Jaguar interview. People wanted to know how she got started, whose song she wrote for. People wanted to know that part. But no, not Tasha K. Because she had an agenda. She wanted to know exactly where that lady was at. She wanted that lady to spill all the beans about her location. And like she said on the Wiley show, if I kept letting Jaguar talk, she would have eventually told us everything. So that was her angle. That was her angle. She wanted Jaguar to trip herself up and tell certain things about her whereabouts, her finances. She already exposed you to her husband. She already told you she was in a hotel room. She already told you that she had people following her. She already told you that she was getting calls from people. So why would you then keep asking her where she's located? How's your finances? How is this? How is that? How is your hymen? When was it broken? What? Honey, Shabba. It made no sense.
In fun of a lot of the stuff that Jaguar was saying, because she was just so calm, like she didn't believe none of the stuff she was saying. For real? But what about this? And what about that? She did not seem like she cared. She did not seem like she understood or she was taking anything that she was saying serious. It just seems like she was trying to make her look crazy, and she was trying to make her look stupid in front of the public, which is why she kept asking redundant questions over and over again about her sexual trauma, about her mental abuse, about her mental health, she kept asking the same questions. She'll say one thing, and then she'll pivot back to something else, and then go back to the sexual trauma.
All right, thank you.
Look, now you're trying to cut her off now.
Okay, I'm going to move on to the next caller. All right. Well, the callers are calling in and expresses how they feel. I personally don't believe Tasha K is trash. Tasha K is
Of course you don't.
Barbara Walters.
She's on your live. Why would you say she's trash, Wiley?
No different than Anderson Cooper. No different than Don Lemon.
You is not going to sit up there and put her in a fucking position where Anderson Cooper and motherfucking Don Lemon. You will not disrespect those two men like that. from CNN. You will not do that, Wiley. That's what you're not going to do. Don't sit there and try to put her in the category. And then today he did a show and said that Tasha K should be the next Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams should step down on her platform and they should give the platform to Tasha K. Not the one who's lied. Not the one who's spreaded people's business and lied about it. Shit. At least Wendy do Hot Topics and she have real bloggers up there from like E Hollywood Unlocked and all that stuff. At least she tell you, little shit like that. Tasha K sits out here and deliberately puts people on her platform to either make them look stupid or to throw out fake news. Period. Because that Avion fucking interview, fake as fuck. 2 F's. Fuck Fendi. Fake as fuck. And see, this is where I don't understand with Wiley. She told you on your platform in this live that we was talking about just now. And she told you, like I said, that she was going to help you, no strings attached. The string, honey, was already attached. Because she's on your platform. You promoting her show by talking about it. Just like I'm promoting her show by talking about it. But I will never have Tasha K on my motherfucking platform unless I have her on the platform and I get to ask her what the fuck I want and she answer that shit. That's the only way I can even have somebody like that on my platform. That motherfucking toxic. Everybody that she's been around, she does not stay friends with them for long, Wiley. And let me tell you this. Wiley already said if Tasha K fly him out for a podcast show, that he would do it. That's exactly what he said. He would do it. He would do it. He would lick ass. He would do it. The crazy thing is, when he was trying to be friends with Armon, and Armon called into his show, and Armon told him, I cannot be your friend, Wiley, because you would sell me out just for a click in the view. And he was not lying. See, Wiley wants to be in that number bracket with the Armon Wiggins, with the Storm and Rose. He does not hide that. Shit, I want to be in that bracket. But I'm not going to fucking sell myself short and sit up here on my platform and lie. And make people look fucking stupid. For my platform to grow. I'm not a click in the view type of bitch. I'm not a clickbait type of bitch. Tasha is a clickbait type of bitch. She'll do anything to drag y'all over there. She's trying to build her channel back up from when she had the baby. I'm trying to tell y'all that in part 1. Tasha K fell off. Tasha K is trying to build her platform. She's trying to get to that 1 million views before Lovely T. She's still in competition with Lovely T. Y'all can sit there and say what y'all want. But that's just what it is. She tried to tear down anybody that looked like the public is watching her. And see, right now, Wiley is getting up there with his numbers. Congratulations to you, Wiley. But, yeah, because it's a but. Congratulations, but. For Tasha K to get on your platform and tell the world that she was going to help you with your platform, no strings attached. She attached the string by telling everybody that she was going to fucking do it in front of everybody. That was the string, stupid. So when your platform start growing crazy, when your platform hit 50, you think she not going to talk about it? Because she going to talk about it. Those are the strings that's going to be attached. Tasha K likes to say that she did something for some fucking body. And bet to believe if Wiley goes over there and let Tasha K help him, she's going to fucking talk about it. The crazy shit is, I don't even understand how he can, like, be so, like, nonchalant about it. Like, yeah, I will let her help me. Even though you see what she did to everybody else, you would still let her help you, Wiley. And that's the bad part about it. So when we see that Wiley gets 50K, just boom, because right now he's at 10 something. Maybe like close to, like, I don't know, like 12 maybe. Maybe he's already on 12. I don't know. But I do know this. Once he gets there, oh, y'all see what Wiley numbers is looking like. Y'all see what Wiley numbers is looking like. I did that. She gonna talk about it. Better believe that. So Wiley, I'm letting you know now. If you go over there to Tasha K and she help you out with your fucking platform and show you the lights and the camera to get and the format to use, because she already said your thumbnails need work. She said that in your live. She said that in his live. You doing good, but your thumbnails need work. You need a little tweaking. That's what she said. He needed a little tweaking. That's what she said. You can go over there to them and watch. That's what she said. Now let's see who else he got on there before I shut it down, because these callers was crazy.
Is that Tasha was kind of passive aggressive, and it seems like she was trying to kill two birds with one stone.
I just said
One,
that.
I think she was trying to take some of the shine off the Jaguar,
Yep.
so we could say that it was just a flash in the pans or lightning strike that Storm got all those views. And second, I think she's seen herself in Jaguar, and she didn't like what she's seen, because once upon a time, Tasha used to be that truthful person, and now she's not, because now she's buying into the whole YouTube, Hollywood, crossover, whatever there is mentality. And I think she sees it, and I don't think she knows how to bring it back just a little bit to find the core that made her Tasha K in the first place.
All right. Well, thank you so very much for calling in.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. Okay. Right. The callers are calling in from across the country. Right. Okay. 6151, caller, you on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Roddy? It's Kareem from Real Entertainment News, man.
Go ahead, brother.
Wiley is going to go over there and he's going to accept Tasha K's help. And we're going to watch this. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it closely. Because, like I said, it really, to me, it does not make no sense. What's the point of him going over there to Tasha K's show? Let's just think about it. What's the point of him going over there? If he goes over there, what's the point of him going over there? To get help, right? Because she said there's no strings attached, no hidden agendas. I'm quite sure she told Storm that right before she made him sign on the dotted line. I'm quite sure she did that. But, like I said, Wiley's going to go over there. I'm trying to look at Wiley's numbers right now and see exactly where he's at. So, when we come back around this time, a couple of months from now, and we visit this whole shit, we're going to revisit this whole shit. Like I said, now Wiley is at 13.9K. 13.9K. I'm proud of him. But once he starts accepting help and those numbers jump up, because if you're willing to go over there and work with Tasha K knowing what she did to everybody else, that means when she presents you with the package of buying subs, you're going to do that too. You know why? Because now you're going to realize, oh, that's how everybody else is doing. I want to do it too. Yeah, because you're somewhat of a follower. Stick to your true self, Wiley. Don't accept no nothing from Tasha. You've been doing what you've been doing without nobody's help. Do what you've been doing. Stay true to yourself. Because as soon as she helps you, she will tell the world about it. And that's all I got to really say about this whole situation. This is part 2 of this video. And I'm kind of off the subject after this. I'm on to the next subject. I want to talk about Tory Lanez and Megan ass. So, like I said, tell me what y'all feel about it in the comments. My name is Eve the Weave. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in those comments. Later, YouTube. I gotta go. Bye.